right. I know better late than never. This is Raw Dogs Radio here with Brian Snow, the Snowman.
Evening to you, sir.
I'm all right. I'm all right. We're here to talk sports and stuff, and mainly sports and stuff, but sports and stuff.
And even more sports and stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully, we might get in some sports and stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah. So it's been a wild month for free agency.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got players getting traded, players getting cut. This is what bothers me.
What's that?
So, all right. So here's your team. You're at 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't think y'all big need is at wide receiver.
Oh no, we're
Ask me
fine.
why.
We're fine at wide receiver, man.
Right. So where do you think y'all weakness lie?
We do not need a game-breaking wide receiver when we already have 3 of them.
Excuse me.
Ricky Pearsall will be in his 2nd season, Jawan Jennings in his 5th, and Brandon Ayuk in his 5th. We're fine.
Where I thought y'all also cut Ward.
Yeah, we did.
So
we might bring him back on a smaller deal. Just depends on how money is shaking out.
Yeah. Plus, we'll see if anybody grab him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get that. Like, go out there, test the free agent market. If nobody, wants you, or if somebody wants you, we'll see if we can either match it or give you, a couple pennies more.
Yep.
Because
I think that's how the Niners are playing free agency this year with their best players, because the big deal with Brock Purdy is looming, especially with what Josh Allen just got. But I don't think the Niners are going to overplay it either. I mean, you see Mahomes getting his money, you see Josh Allen getting his. The trick is with Mahomes, he's been to 3 Super Bowls and won 2 of them in very recent times. Josh Allen hasn't gotten there yet. And yeah, he's getting $300 million. What's wrong with this picture?
The problem with the picture is that the NFL needs a salary cap per position.
Mm-hmm.
They need a salary cap per position. This is because the money is getting too ridiculous. You have to cap that.
Way too ridiculous.
Yeah, just like the NBA.
Oh, dear God, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, but at least you got a cap,
Mm-hmm.
You got max contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like being the number 1 pick in the NFL. You automatically know you're getting 20 and 20. 20 million with $20 million signing bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3-4 years, come back to the table, possibly 5. We'll see what we're talking about.
Right.
So what do you think Purdy is going to command? What do you think he's looking at?
He's going to command more than Josh Allen.
Yeah, because he's been to a Super Bowl. Almost played another one.
He's been in. He was injured and won NFC Championship. Came back the next year, won the NFC Championship. 3 seconds away from a Super Bowl victory. Damn you, Patrick Mahomes! And now, with a chance to come back and his team getting healthy and getting ready to rule the roost again in the NFC. I was talking with a friend of mine last night, and we both agreed the 2 best teams in the NFC are Philadelphia and San Francisco. I mean, Washington is very, very young. They're close, but they may have a problem at the receiver position because Debo's going to want to be a number 1. And they already have a number 1 in Terry McLaurin. And after thinking about it, I began to see even more clearly why San Francisco was so able to trade him and let him go for a 5th round pick. And, I got Redskins fans talking to me saying, well, we fleeced the 49ers. Did you really?
Like, no, y'all did.
Mm-mm. If anything, we fleeced them getting a 5th round pick that we can easily flip to get more picks and take care of needs that we need.
they don't understand that they're getting that personality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're getting the personality of Debo. That's why the Niners was so easy to let him go for a 5th round pick.
Yep.
Yeah. They don't understand. I mean, you talking about a guy who mushed the kicker and the holder or whatever in the head because he missed kicks. Like, but dude, you out here dropping passes. So would it have been fair if they'd have mushed you in the face?
He had a chance to reestablish himself in a Thursday night game against the Rams in Santa Clara, and he dropped 4 key passes. He catches any of those, the Niners went going away. But that game I think that game sealed his fate.
Yeah. With the Redskins, I'll say the Redskins, they definitely need to improve their defensive line, especially pass rush. Yeah, they need 2 run stuffing tackles and a pass rusher. You've got Bosa, Nick Bosa. I mean, he's not even trade. He wasn't even trade bait. He wasn't even trade bait. He is that washed up.
Yep.
What's this I hear that he might try to join the Niners?
It's a rumor as of right now.
Vet minimum.
Yep, he has to get the vet minimum because since he signed his contract extension with the San Diego Chargers, he hasn't done much. He's only recorded 15 sacks in 4 years.
That's terrible.
And the same with Debo. He hasn't been available. He has not been on the field to produce, and they relied so much on Joey Bosa. How good of a fit would he be in Robert Saleh's scheme? Because Robert Saleh is going to get the best out of you no matter what. And if you're not ready to play, he's going to insert someone in that spot that is and can get he can get the best production out of.
So where do y'all go? Where do y'all go in the draft?
That's a toss-up, but it's going to be one of the lines. It's either going to be defensive line or it's going to be offensive line. My guess is offensive line. Because by the time the regular season came to a close, save Jake Brendel, our entire starting offensive line was kaput.
What do you think? Left tackle? Where y'all sit at left tackle?
Trent Williams.
How long has he been there?
This will be Trent's 6th year with Frisco. And I believe his 15th overall. Let me find out.
Wow. Yeah, it's time to start looking for a replacement. Yeah, it's time to look for a replacement.
We got to build some depth.
With us, we got such a problem. So we sitting on the number 2 pick. We just re-signed Myles Garrett and continue to kick the Deshaun Watson cash down the road.
Yep.
Because we restructured his contract for the 2nd time this year. But
so Myles Garrett. So you can sign Myles Garrett. That's why the restructuring took place.
Exactly. That's why when Myles Garrett wanted to speak with the owner, he said, no, talk to Andrew Berry. Because, I mean, like, I already know what you're going to say, but we're already in the works of keeping you. You ain't going nowhere. You don't have to come up to me and feed me a sob story or anything or whatnot, because in all honesty, the Deshaun Watson debacle is on the owner. It's on him, because he's the one that approved that. He's the one that wanted to go after him so bad, and it screwed everything up. You kept Baker for 1 more year, gave him a chance to
get healthy.
Yeah, let him get healthy. Let him come back and play in a real contract year. All right, and see what he could do. Then that way, whether he worked out or not, if he didn't work out, you could have drafted the quarterback. You still had the assets. And Deshaun Watson would have been suspended on somebody else's team, maybe the Falcons.
And they still wound up screwing Baker Mayfield with the injuries he had to fight toward the end of his stay in Cleveland.
Well, that was Baker's fault. He didn't want to sit down. No, I take that back. That was both the coach and GM's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a player, you don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do. So sit down. Should have
Mm-hmm.
put him on injury reserve. Call it a day. Let him heal up. Call the season a wash. Start over. At any rate, strong rumor has it that the Browns are going to take Sanders. Excuse me. I don't know where.
Yeah, that should be your answer right there.
I don't know where to sit with that. I don't know where to sit with that because the Titans are probably looking for a quarterback still.
Yep, because
The
Will
Giants
Levis is not working out. Because Will Levis is not working out.
Right. The Giants desperately need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. We know what happened there.
Right. The Raiders don't need a quarterback now. They got Geno Smith. I mean, I said now. They don't need a quarterback now. The Jets desperately need a quarterback.
Once again.
So let's take a look at who we got. All right. Let's take a look.
All right.
So let's take a look. So Sam Darnold, where do you think he's going?
Where can he go? He's in his best spot.
Yeah, but they like JJ McCarthy. They really like JJ McCarthy. You think Tennessee or New York Giants? Because ain't no way in hell he going back to the Jets.
Tails.
Yeah, Giants. Yeah, more than likely.
Giants.
Yeah, more than likely Giants. They'll probably take him and draft somebody. But it's a matter of,
who's available.
Right. But if the Giants do that, then more than likely they're probably going to trade down to get more picks.
They're kicking themselves in the teeth right now by letting Saquon go.
Oh yeah, that was a huge.
They're kicking themselves in the rear end for letting Saquon go, and look what happened.
That was a huge mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Huge mistake.
They invested in the wrong player.
Matter of fact, here, let's go here. So you got Darnold, Rodgers. You know what? Who the hell would take a chance on Aaron Rodgers? Maybe the Steelers.
I bet you it would. You know what? It would be apropos that the Steelers do take a flyer on Aaron Rodgers. It would be so apropos. It would also be apropos that Russell Wilson winds up a Cowboy.
I can see Wilson with the Jets.
I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I can't.
I mean, I thought we were a dumpster fire, but they are. Woo.
They're worse.
They're worse because of their front office.
They're worse than the Chicago Cubs, and I hate the Cubs with a passion.
Oh, Lord. So let's say Wilson to the Jets. Kirk Cousins, I don't think he's going anywhere because of that contract.
Yeah, they guaranteed it.
Yeah.
Unless there's a team that really, really wants to take a chance on a 37-year-old quarterback that was mediocre at best.
Coming off an Achilles injury.
Correct. He's still not fully healed from that Achilles injury. So if you're a team that wants to take a chance, once again, on a 37-year-old quarterback coming off of Achilles, be my guest.
No, thank you.
No, exactly. I just learned 3 new words. As my wife would say best, I just learned 3 new words.
What's
no,
that?
thank you.
I still say that Sam Darnold is the wild card. Wherever he ends up, that's whoever's going to trade down.
That will reset that. That'll reset that part of the market.
Justin
Fields
Fields
willing to pony up for Sam Darnold.
Probably
my first guess is the Giants.
Yeah, because they're gonna want to overcompensate for losing Saquon,
and they're still gonna overcompensate for losing Saquon because they don't have a running game.
You know what? That's why you trade down. That's why you trade now. Nobody's taking a running back in the first round, especially not in the top 15, let alone the top 20.
You don't, because there's none available. There's no standout running back available until at least round 3.
Really?
Not for me.
Let's see here. Let's go to the big board. So you don't like Ashton Genty?
Thank you for correcting me. I love Ashton Genty, but he's going to be in a horrible situation no matter who picks him. Look at the top. Look at the top team. Look at the teams at the top of the draft. In terms of their offense, what's missing? A line.
Yeah, the Browns need a left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And a left guard for the future because Joe Bitonio is coming back. Hold on. Broadcast. All right. It was Lewis. I think Justin Fields is going to stay in Pittsburgh.
Who cares?
I think they're going to re-sign him and then probably take a flyer on Rodgers.
They're going to trot him out in front of a beat-up, non-existent offensive line.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't want it, don't need it, no thank you.
I just work here. So now you got the backs. I think, let's see, Aaron Jones Sr.
He's resigned.
He might stay. What you think?
He is staying. 2 years, $20 million.
Yeah, okay. Ain't nobody care about you, right, bro? Nobody even knows who the hell you are. Najee Harris. I think he might stay in Pittsburgh.
He's got no choice but to stay in. He's got no choice but to stay in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Who would want to take a chance? Who would want to take a chance on a running back that can't stay together?
Cowboys.
This would be true. This would be true.
J.K. Dobbins is
Cowboys take a chance on everybody, don't they?
Everybody except who they need to take a chance on.
Exactamundo.
Yeah. So J.K. Dobbins, you can forget him. He's gone.
No,
ain't nobody picking. They'll pick him up back the row.
Yeah, that's you just took the words out of my head. If they pick up J.K. Dobbins, it's a backup role. It's a backup role.
Yeah.
What's
and
up,
Nick Chubb, his career is done.
Mm-hmm.
He is done. Browns fans are losing their crap about him.
Yep.
I'm like, look, the Browns are no longer a rest haven for hoes. So he got to go. He's gone. He's done. What? What?
It's the best one. Don't be. That's one of the greatest lines ever. Oh gracious, I love it.
All right, so Devontae Adams, who did he signed with the Rams today, didn't he?
Yeah,
he signed with the Rams. Chris Godwin, who did he sign with?
No word on him yet.
I think he signed with somebody.
Did he?
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, take a look. I'm scrolling on one board. You looking on another.
Oh, he's still with the Buccaneers.
Oh, he's still with the Bucks?
He's still with the Buccaneers.
Okay, all right. See, Amari Cooper. I don't
He's
think
not going
anybody even
anywhere.
cares.
He's not going anywhere anyway. I mean, the Bills just committed a ton of money to Josh Allen.
Yeah,
So they're
I
going
don't
to win
think
it
he's
next
coming
year.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he ain't coming back. Plus, they also committed $60 million to that one wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Stephon Diggs. You think Houston might re-sign him?
I don't think they have a choice. And the reason I say I don't think they have a choice is because 8 of the last 10 weeks that the Texans played, they played without a key receiver at one point or another. So if nothing else, you need some depth in that receiving market, in that receiving room, rather.
Yeah. Those guys are terrible. They just injury bug all throughout. So he'll probably
And I
re-sign.
hate seeing it because when everyone's together, they're dynamic. They're absolutely dynamic. Unfortunately, they can't stay on the field.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the turf or just freak accidents.
It's something with that stadium. Because remember when NRG Stadium opened, it was natural grass.
Yeah. And that's twice Tank Dell got hurt in the same end zone.
Mm-hmm.
In back-to-back years.
In back-to-back years.
He gonna be skittish and put that left end zone.
He will sit, and whenever they go to that left end zone, he is going to say, "I'm not doing it."
He gonna be sliding like the Maggio. Slide, the Maggio.
Yep.
Slide.
Yep. Slide. Hey, what am I sliding for? I'm not Maggio. My name must be Mud.
You want to keep them knees healthy? You better slide, bro.
Slide. And don't even think either. And don't even think about it either. Just slide.
Hollywood Brown. I think Kansas City, I think in all honesty, they're going to have to start all over with their wide receiving core.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the guy's name? Xavier Worthy? Is that who they got? Worthy?
Yeah, out of Texas.
Yeah, that's going to have to be their number one. That's going to have to be their number one. They got to start over.
Should have been their number one from the beginning.
Yeah.
Should have been their number one from the beginning. Because who else do they have?
Nobody. Let's see. Evan Ingram, don't even care. Mm-mm. Zach Ertz, he re-signed with Washington.
Mike just go anywhere.
You knew he was going to do it?
I knew he wasn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah. Mike Gesicki, he might re-sign with the Bengals.
If he doesn't, who do you think would take a flyer on him?
Right. Juwan Johnson, the Saints don't really have the money.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So he's going to walk.
Yeah. I think Tyler Conklin, I think for him, it'll probably depend on who they get at quarterback.
Not only is it going to depend on who they have or get at quarterback, I think it's simply going to depend on the money.
Depend on the money.
Jets going to be too chicken to spend the money to keep him?
I mean, they got the money,
but are they going to man up and use it?
I have no idea.
Hello, Aaron Rodgers. That failed experiment.
What is this? Why they got the offensive linemen separate? Let's see here. All right, let's go to their O-line. All right, let's see. Okay, so Ronnie Staley, he didn't go anywhere. All right, so he stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Mekhi Becton. Let's see.
I would think Philadelphia wants to keep him.
Mekhi Becton.
Mm-hmm.
Guard. I mean, they're saying that saying he thrived with the Eagles playing guard and blocking for Saquon Barkley. He started his career at tackle and perhaps could move back there. No matter where he plays, he has resurrected his career.
Okay.
We'll see. Will Freeze. He's
That's
coming
a
off.
toss.
Yeah, he's coming off a fractured tibia in week 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would
Let's
think
see.
he'd want to stay to prove himself.
Let's see. Cam Robinson. Well, that depends on if the team want him, though.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Robinson. He was a mid-season acquisition by the Vikings, and he competently played left tackle after Minnesota lost starter Christian Darrisaw to an injury. Robinson has started 101 games over 8 seasons, mostly with the Jaguars, and he doesn't turn 30 until October. He'd be a fine addition at tackle. He could probably be a starter somewhere. He might want starter money.
Might being the operative word.
Right. We'll see how that shakes out.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Zeitler, he'll be 35 next season. I don't think anybody cares. Let's just be honest.
You think the same way I do when it comes to some of these free agents.
Yeah.
Like, who take a chance? You're 35.
Take your vet minimum and sit down.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh Sweat, what happened with him? He's still out there. But let's see, he had 27 solo tackles in 16 games, 41 overall, 8 sacks, 2 pass defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going on his 8th year.
Exactly. Exactly. The exact reaction I was looking for.
Yeah. 8 years, only 8 sacks last year. Bruh, I don't know. Somebody might take a flyer on you.
As you said best just a moment ago.
Yeah. It is a deep talent. It's just this draft has a lot of talent except at quarterback. Quarterback is the only place where this draft is weak.
Very weak.
I think they can let Josh Sweat go. Malcolm Kuntz. Maybe the Raiders might bring him back for less money. Maybe they'll let him test free agency.
Maybe.
Yeah, they got a quarterback, and they got the 7th overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Khalil Mack. I think the Chargers gonna let him walk.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers gonna let him walk. Hassan Reddick. He didn't even want to play for the Jets.
He's walking.
Yeah. He didn't even want to play for the Jets.
He's a walking.
You know who wanted him last year? The Falcons.
He wouldn't have done any better.
Yeah. I think they might take a flyer on him. And, of course, we talked about Joey Bosa to start the show. Yeah.
I think the Niners may take a flyer on Hassan Reddick.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. All right, so defensive tackle. So Milton Williams.
He may walk.
Yeah, he's only been in the league 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more than likely. He
he
had a good season for a DT, but it wasn't great.
No.
Let's see, Jonathan Allen. I don't think they want him back.
Mm-mm.
because he couldn't stop the run. Now, BJ Hill, if I was the Redskins / Commanders, I would go after him. I'll go after Hill and Jaron Reed. What you think?
I would too.
Yeah, get them both in there.
If I were the Redskins or the 49ers, I'd make some calls.
Yeah. It ain't like they don't have the money.
Right.
Yeah. This guy, Levi Onwuzurike. Nobody worried about you, bro. You can go. So Nick Bolton, he resigned. Well, they said he's possibly resigning with Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you can scratch him off the table. Drake Greenlaw, what's the deal with y'all? What are y'all doing with this guy?
He's staying.
All right.
He's one of the pieces they want to keep. He's one of the leaders of the defense, as you well know. They want to keep him. It's just finding the money to do so and finding the medium with the number of years and the amount of money to keep him.
Yeah, because he doesn't have like an injury history, so.
No, the only big injury he suffered was in the Super Bowl when he tore his Achilles.
Yeah, good Lord.
Had he not torn his Achilles, we'd have won that bitch in regulation. I still hold true to that. I hold firm with that. Had Greenlaw not torn his Achilles, we'd have beaten Kansas City in regulation.
No argument out of me. Let's see. Ernest Jones, Jamian Sherwood, Tyrell Dodson. Yeah.
Nobody cares. Get out of here.
I mean, these are solid players. I think Tyrell Dodson Tyrell Dodson. I think he held Miami's defense together.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But there was no one behind him.
Yeah. So he really didn't have a choice, but I think he's out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're going to start over. Let's see. Byron Murphy. You know what? We'll make it easy. Stay or go.
Gone.
Okay. DJ Reed.
See ya.
Charvarius Ward. One of your guys.
Come back here.
Carlton Davis.
Stay put.
Yeah. And of course, Paulson Adebo, he's gone.
See you later.
Yeah, they don't have the money. Okay. Safety time. Stay or go. Jevon Holland.
See ya.
Trayvon Moehrig.
Adios, pelota.
Justin Reed.
Who the hell is that? See ya.
Wait, one that used to be one of y'all boys? Or was that somebody else?
Yeah, it was Jordan Reed. That was a tight end for us by that name.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Jeremy Chin.
Stay put.
And Cameron Bynum.
Stay put, but prove yourself.
Yeah. So, I mean, to me, that pretty much wraps everything up. I think I guess we're waiting on June 1st. No, the draft is in April.
Yep.
The free agency officially begins.
April 27th is the first round of the draft.
Yeah, but free agency officially begins when?
March 12th.
March 12th. So that's in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday. We'll see what happens.
Get your tickets ready, folks.
We'll see what happens. All right. So, in all honesty, that's pretty much That's pretty much what I got. But I tell you what, if you can see this board, it changed up as far as quarterbacks go. They got Shedeur Sanders at 1, Ward at 2, Dart at 3.
And he's going to keep climbing.
Yeah, he wasn't even on this board last time we was on here.
Nope.
I'm surprised Jalen Milroe is still on here.
He's going to, unless he has a kick-ass workout day at Alabama, he's going to drop like a rock.
He sucked at the combine. Quinn Ewers, was he even there?
No, Ewers wasn't even there.
Yeah. I have Tyler Shaw, he sucked. Will Howard, he had his issues.
Riley Leonard had his issues.
Yeah.
But they're not going to even, when it comes to Will Howard, I can tell you this, they're not going to even think about how he had his issues at the combine. What they're going to look at is the national championship on his resume that he's bringing into the NFL.
He got better. The more he played, the better he got. Look at his passing percentage. 53%, 54%, 59%, 61%, and 73%.
73%. 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 4,000 passing yards. I mean, they're going to look at 2 games. When it comes to Will Howard, they're going to look at 2 games. The Rose Bowl against Oregon and the national championship against Notre Dame.
I like that his rating did not drop below 100.
I like that too.
Yeah, his lowest rating was 107.
You know, if y'all really want to hear something controversial, you drop Sanders, you drop Ward, and you move Dart up.
Move Dart up?
Let's
take a look at Dart. What did you do, Dart? He played 3 years at Ole Miss. Let's see, 61%, 62%, 65%, 69%. 29 touchdowns. I mean, he is playing at Ole Miss. It's not like they got all world talent.
Right.
But if you look at his rate.
But look at the numbers. They didn't have all world SEC talent like the other schools did. But look at the numbers that he put up, though.
Yeah. Look at his quarterback rating. 132. 132, 143, 162, and 180. He grew.
Which is what you want a quarterback to do. And that's why I'm looking at Dart moving up. He's very mobile. He sets his feet very well. He got better with his footwork. His arm strength, of course, improved. And then there's this decision making like this.
Yeah, he's mobile. Very mobile.
And if you want to give a defense problems, you be a very mobile and smart quarterback.
Then his skill position players look like, well, they look like college players.
Yes.
They look like pedestrian college players, but the mark of a good quarterback is you make everybody else around you better. I like how he has his head downfield, quick decisions.
He's always looking downfield.
Oh, hell, that was a Montana 83 Super Bowl against the Dolphins right there.
Yep. Very quick decision to run like this, and then he took off.
And powered his way in. There you go. Oh, tight throw. Very tight window.
And he threw that one sidearm. He didn't that one where the guy made the one-handed catch in the corner. He didn't throw that over the top. He threw that sidearm
while on the move.
While on the move.
This is why his stock rose. Look, that was pretty much the same play, only he didn't move. That was the same play, except he didn't move. No pressure.
None.
Yeah, I see why his stock rose. But he is definitely, I was saying that if we couldn't get Sanders, because I don't want to deal with
circus.
I don't want to deal with the guy coming out of Miami.
Cam Ward.
I don't want to deal with him because I mean you played half the game, then you sat down because of you wanted to get the record, but at the same time you didn't want to get hurt. I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't trust you. We already had quarterbacks like that. Last name Menzel, last name Mayfield. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't need quarterbacks like that. But if we couldn't get Sanders, because I figured the Jets would try to trade up to try to get Sanders, maybe with Tennessee. But that depends on where Sam Darnold goes.
Yeah.
You know, if Darnold signs,
going to be the barometer.
Yeah. If Darnold signs with Tennessee, I could see them, the Titans getting a haul from the Jets to get that spot. And they could rebuild their franchise with that.
Easy.
Yeah. So Ward, maybe Sanders going one. Hopefully this was my speculation. If Sanders went, we would trade down because I doubt that the Browns want Ward. I doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt that also.
Yeah. Dart and Howard were my consolation prize pick if we couldn't get Sanders. Now, we both have our knocks on Sanders. Holds on to the ball too long, can't outrun defenders.
Yep.
But if his first read is open, he will get it there.
That he will.
He'll get it there. And if he actually does get at least, if he can get to his second, third option, he'll get it there. But it's his improvisation is 50-50. Can I be honest and say that?
I've said that.
Yeah.
I've said that his improvisation is meh at best.
Matter of fact,
but he feels that he has, but he feels sometimes he has to improvise. And he really doesn't.
Oh, they only count his 2 years in Colorado.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
The black colleges don't count. I will give him this, though. He will hang in that pocket. He will hang in that pocket. He does have good leadership skills. I'll definitely give him that.
Same.
He's not afraid to take a hit. Let's see, in the NFL, that'd have been a sack. That'd have been a sack. Them guys are fast.
That's my biggest worry. That's my biggest worry.
What?
Him holding on to the ball too long.
Yeah.
He starts getting happy feet. He starts to improvise. And by the time he makes a decision, he's already planted.
And Stefanski's offense, because Stefanski said that he's not running anybody's offense anymore. He's not listening because, like, we were running the 3 to 5 wide because that was the offense that Deshaun Watson said that he was comfortable in, which clearly he wasn't. So Stefanski's offense is 2 tight ends, power back, play action pass, dink and dunk to the tight end, little outs to the slot receiver, and then a big strike on you, 20 plus yards. That's Stefanski's offense. So can he run? Can he play in Stefanski's offense? Yes. Yeah, in the NFL, that's a sack. There you go. Come on. Keep heading to the sideline. There we go. Thank you.
You see what I'm talking about now?
Yeah, that's a sack in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not knocking him because he's Deion's kid. Because anybody that know me know that I'm a Deion Sanders fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Deion Sanders fan, and I do like Shedeur Sanders. I like him and his son Shiloh.
Shiloh, yeah.
Yeah, I like both of them boys. I can see Shiloh probably going in the 6th round.
Same here.
Yeah, he's going in the 6th round. He's gonna be a late round pick. He might wind up being like a nickel corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll probably wind up being a nickel corner in the NFL. Because he's fast and he's wiry. He's not really big. He's not a big dude.
Mm-mm.
He's not the safety that's gonna Ronnie Lott you.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
It's he put on people.
You know who he is? He would be a Merton Hanks.
There you go.
Yeah, he'd be a Merton Hanks, which is terrible when you got a big, juicy 240-pound running back barreling right at him because he's not bringing him down.
Mm-hmm.
He's not bringing him down. Not easy. Not without giving up some pain
and some yardage.
Yeah,
but you're not bringing him down with one shot. Mm-mm.
No. But yeah, I like Shedeur. I like Shedeur. I can see him going in the top 5. But at the same time, if we trade down or whatever, I'm okay with Dart or Howard being the consolation prize. That's where I leave it.
Dart's going to be the wild card. And that's where I'll leave it. Dart's going to be the wild card.
All right, so I will see you after the draft. Let's get out of here.
All right, sir. Thanks for having me.
Peace out. Get some sleep.
I mean, we just want volunteers, not hostages. At this point, because